Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Milan and I help new Airbnb hosts thrive on Airbnb by giving best tips and advices. In today's video, we're going to discuss 3 stages of setting up a good Airbnb description on your listing so that you can attract a good clientele. The process is not easy, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes consistency, but throughout this video I will give you the best practices so that you can figure out on your own how to do this and thrive and have a good successful listing and never worry about what kind of people come to your place. Thank you and welcome to the channel. The first and probably most important thing is pre-booking stage. At this point, you want to make sure that guests are actually truly interested in your listing. And this has many factors involved, one of which would be photography and good pictures. You want to make sure that you have fantastic pictures on your Airbnb listing. We as humans are mostly visually stimulated beings. We look at something that we see and we think, I would like to have that. I would like to be there. I wonder how it feels to be there. When you do pictures for your guests, it is very important that you capture not only your apartment, but your apartment in a very good light and the so-called micro details, such as a bottle of champagne maybe, or a few glasses, or cups of tea filled with tea and with steam going off of them, so that the guest can have the impression that they're actually going to enjoy their experience, and so that they can create a mental image of how that might look like. So you're already at the pre-booking stage, setting up a stage for guests to imagine and visualize how it is to be at your place. At this stage, your primary focus should be on getting the guests' attention and helping them visualize their experience and how it would feel and how it would be to stay with you. Be it a room, be it a whole house, apartment, or whatever you're renting on Airbnb. This is where so-called SEO optimization is very important, because it is important that you insert certain keywords in your description that will also attract people, such as comfort, luxurious, calm, relaxing, a cabin for a family, all depending on your clientele. And you adapt your pictures and your listing description to your clientele. I'm creating a private video for everyone who follows me in my private group, and you can register on the link below if you want to take part and if you want to have a private video sent to you on how exactly to do this step by step. By optimizing your listing and having a very good description that will give guests an image of what they would see, book, and how they would feel in your apartment, you basically capture a very good and solid audience and you have a very high conversion rate. Conversion rate represents the number of people who go to your listing and then proceed to booking it. So your point and your goal as an Airbnb host is to increase your conversion rate while maintaining the view rate very high. For this, you need to do the steps that I'm describing in a private video that you can get if you register with me. The second part is the post-booking and what happens after your guests book. Now, this is where most hosts make and do wrong, because they do not invest as much energy and effort into having a heartily, kind communication with their potential and upcoming guests. When guests book, they want to see that you are interested in providing and taking care of your guests' needs. This sounds maybe very private or intimate, but it's actually a very straightforward experience and a very straightforward process. Each guest that comes to your apartment or to your home has a particular set of needs, as do you as a host, which is why it is so important that you communicate your needs so that the guests can take you seriously, because that will make them also more comfortable communicating their needs. For example, your need can be silence or quiet hours after 10, no shoes inside, no smoking, and everything that is already maybe written on your Airbnb listing description, but it also might be well communicated during the conversation with your guests upon they have booked. What I normally do is I schedule a video call with my guests to get to know them before they arrive. This gives me a much more private and intimate relationship with my guests as to see who I let in my apartment, how we click, and how we get along. Because don't forget, as an Airbnb host, you can always cancel your reservation if you don't feel comfortable. This unfortunately comes with certain penalties, so Airbnb doesn't encourage it, but you have your boundaries, you have your way of working and being, so I recommend you doing whatever feels right for you. One thing remains true, and that is that you as a host should feel safe in your own home and decide whatever is best for you, because that is the price that you always can afford to pay. You can always cancel a reservation if you don't feel comfortable, and you should always choose the type of people that fits you. And that is, as I said in step 1, achieved by you explaining in large detail what you want on your listing, what kind of guests you want, and what you expect of your guests. And don't feel selfish. Feel free to ask what it is that you want, because you deserve it, and you need to believe that this is what you truly want and this is who you truly are. There's no other way around it. You need to communicate clearly with your guests and always tell the truth and say things as they are. Airbnb in its chat messages provides textual evidence of the communication. But the story is different once your guests check in. How you handle that is on your own, but make sure that your guests consent to whatever is happening, be it a video recording, audio recording, or any other tool that you use to make sure there is a recording of the conversation and communication so that you can feel as safe in your apartment and so there is no space for maneuvering, manipulation, and you feeling unsafe as a host, because you matter too. The third and probably second most important part is what happens after your guests leave. At this point, you want to make sure that your relationship with your guests is impeccable. Their needs have been met, your needs have been met, and now you meet in this mutual space and you come to decide what kind of review you're going to leave each other. In my private videos, I show how exactly to negotiate with guests on how to give each other top review and best possible comment without affecting each other's ratings, especially your ratings as a host. It is a very sensitive process. It requires a good rapport, quality communication, empathy, compassion, and understanding. And I happily describe it in detail to anyone interested to subscribe to the private group and newsletter. So you're welcome to do that. I want you to know that this process of communication will determine your future as an Airbnb host on the platform and in life in general. Because the point of my channel and my work is to make you, a current host on Airbnb, fully independent off of Airbnb or any other platform, and for you to create your own business, your own source of income, so that you can learn that these services that you're registered to are only proprietary and they are not supposed to be your primary source of income. They're only a passive source of income. And if you want to learn more, you're very welcome to sign up to my course and to sign up to Airbnb Excellence Academy. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate your attention and time. And if you want, you're welcome to like and subscribe to this channel. And if you haven't registered on Airbnb yet, you're welcome to do that on the link here. Once again, thank you, have a wonderful day, and take care.